What we're going to make for you today in the pressure cooker is just a simple spaghetti and meatballs. We have frozen meatballs. We're probably not going to use this whole bag. We have 1 jar of spaghetti sauce, and we will probably use about 3/4 of water. We have some mushrooms. We have some fresh garlic, and then we just have some spices. We have seasoned salt, we have basil, parsley, and then we have a box of spaghetti. Now we're going to go ahead and put the meatballs in, and then we're going to set it for 10 minutes on the rice risotto, and then we'll have fresh spaghetti and meatballs in 10 minutes. Okay, we have preheated that. So we're going to go ahead and reset it onto rice risotto. We're going to change the time up to 10 minutes. And that probably looks like a good amount of meatballs. We're going to put our spaghetti sauce in. And then we're going to fill up our jar about, I would say about 3/4. And we're going to go ahead and add our spaghetti. Now we usually don't use a whole box of spaghetti because that'll be a little bit too much and the noodles may be a little bit dry. So we'll use about 3/4 of a box. And since we're putting these in the pressure cooker, I would probably break these in half just to make it easier. We're going to sprinkle those in. Get the rest of them out. And we're going to take a little bit out of another box that we have, since we're cleaning out the cupboards. This is a good during the week recipe, or days in between the holidays when you're in a rush to have a nice fresh dinner. Let's go ahead and fill this. Since we're not going to be boiling our noodles ahead of time, we always have to have liquid, and we filled it up to just right below the label. We always have to have a liquid. And then we're going to add spices. And then we'll set it. We'll probably cut up our, and we can always add more spices once it's done. That was our basil. We have a little bit of parsley. Since this is jarred sauce, we might want to add a little flavor to it. There's some seasoned salt. And okay, we cut up some mushrooms. We usually keep any vegetables rather large when you're putting them in the pressure cooker because they will cook down, so you don't want to make them too tiny. And I kind of crunched up the spaghetti noodles a little bit with the ladle, and you can hear it starting to bubble. Then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. We'll mix that up and we'll put our lid on, and once it reaches pressure, we'll have spaghetti and meatballs in 10 minutes. Okay, we put our lid on. We always kind of line it up over our condensation cup. We'll lock it. We'll turn it to locked. And once it reaches our pressure, we'll cook for 10 minutes, and we'll see you when we're done. Okay, our timer has ended, so we're going to go ahead and release our valve. Okay, now that we have released our pressure, we're going to go ahead and take our lid off. We always tip it away from us so we don't shoot the steam in our face. And let's go ahead and give it a stir. This is 10 minutes. And we have dinner. Looks good. I also cut up some mozzarella cheese so we can put that on top, let that soak in and make it nice and cheesy. And it looks like all of our moisture has been absorbed, and it looks tasty. Let's go ahead and put in our cheese. We'll let that melt a little bit, and and we'll be ready to eat in just a minute.